Hello everyone and welcome back to another video Social Science Mantra. In last video we discussed about how the global world shrunk, how all the nations, all the countries of the world in 16th century they become interconnected with the conquest, with the disease and with the trade relations. Okay? So after that we discussed that Britain tried to self-sufficient. Okay, what was its agricultural economy, how it support the Britain to grow as an agricultural nation. But after corn laws, after removal of corn laws, Britain got worst hit. Britain got worst hit. Its agriculture economy get crippled, and after that, how the scenario changed in the world that we are going to discuss in today's class. Okay, so student, let's discuss emergence of new agriculture centers. Our today's topic is how these new agriculture centers emerged after Britain's failure. Okay, after Britain's people they shown interest in imported corn, imported grain. So after that, how these new agriculture center emerged, that we will discuss in this topic. So as we know that food prices got slashed down. Okay, food prices reduced after the scrapping of corn laws. So imported food into Britain can be available at more cheaper prices. As a result, consumption in Britain will increase. When the commodities, their prices got reduced, automatically the consumption, automatically the demand increases. That we know. This is the economic law. Fast industrial growth as well, because in Britain, other than the agriculture growth, because the agriculture they were crippled, but manufacturing sector, the industrialization sector, that got increased, that got that got hike up. So this faster industrial growth in Britain that increased, as well as the people got more and more income, higher income, and the food import become more successful in Britain. The people start importing food in more quantity and in more better way. The import got started. So we can say with this situation, the nations, the powerful countries of the world, they try to took advantage of the situation. So how they took advantage? Eastern Europe, Russia, America, Australia, these powerful nations emerged as new agriculture center. Okay, so now the question arises, how these nations emerged as a new agriculture center? What were the factors that helped these nations to grow? Okay, so let's discuss. What efforts were done to establish these nations as new agriculture center? The lands were cleared. Vast lands were cleared so that they can increase, they can have more cultivation into those fields. We can say deforestation activity and many more activity have been done to clear the land. Secondly, railways was in demand. That time the transport need. Now they realize that if they will grow more production, how it will reach to the market. There was a requirement of transport, so the railways was in demand to link agriculture regions to port. Demand location to supply location, how these two locations will be connected, that is why there was a requirement of transport. As well as new harbors had to build. Okay, harbors will be built because sea trade, it was more prevalent, more popular that time. Old harbors also expanded to ship new cargoes as the trade volume will increase now. So that is why the new harbors were expanded as well. Old harbors expanded and the new harbors were built. Even new homes and settlement were built. Now the people, those who are working, those employees, those who are working into this trade, they start settling near those supply locations. Where they were working near those factories, near those industries, they start settling themselves so that they can save that money to up and down. Okay, so new homes and settlement were built as well as capital. Now the two crucial things were required that time. Who will invest in these industries? Who will work in these industries? Capital and labor, both were required. So they got the solution, the capital flow from financial centers such as London. London and many economic nations, those who were powerful that time, those centers of economy, they provided financial assistance to these new centers for these new enterprises, new industries to grow in world market. And labor demand also start leading to migration factor. We can say the 50 million people migrated only from Europe to America and Australia. America and Australia, I told you earlier, the Eastern Europe, Russia, America and Australia, these were the new centers of agriculture. So 50 million alone, they migrated from Europe. Even 150 million people migrated all over the world. So these statistics tell us that how this scenario got changed. Okay, how the world was changing with this new arrival, new emergence of centers, agriculture changes we have witnessed in this topic. Okay, let's continue this. After emergence of new agriculture center, now how by 1890 a global agriculture economy took shape. So now this question arises, how this global agriculture economy, it is not limited only these four nations, America, Russia, Australia and Eastern Europe, but it spread all over the world. So global agriculture economy start taking shape. So what were the factors and what reasons were in support of this argument? Change in labor pattern, as we see that people are migrating. In just recently we discussed that people of 50 million people migrated only from Europe to Australia and America, as well as 150 million people migrated all over the world. So this labor pattern got changed, capital flow got changed, then now they start getting financial investment from the nations. Okay, as a result, and the help of ecology and technology. Now you must be wondering that how technology is responsible. The technology brought new means of agriculture, okay, new means of transport, various other equipment were introduced with the help of technologies. So as the rise of technology, as the role of technology is very important in spreading of these center as an agriculturally grow country. Ecology is again important. Okay, how? Ecology means that the relationship with the physical environment. Okay, so it depends on an area that which crop it suits, that this is suitable for which particular crop, then only the crop can grow. Okay, if without the requirement, without fulfilling the requirement of climatic condition, no crop can grow into that particular region. So ecology also matters. So all these factors, change in labor pattern, capital flow, ecology and technology, they are start supporting and they are the key factors in shaping the global agriculture economy. As well, food came from longer distances now. It means we are not importing with the nearby countries. With this globalization approach, we have started importing the crop and grains from remotest corner of the world. It was grown by an agricultural laborer. Farmers are not working anymore. So what is the difference between the farmer and agricultural laborer? Farmer, a person who is working on his own field, agricultural laborer, a person who is working on others' field as a tillers. Okay, they are getting salary, they are getting wages in return of their work. Okay, so these crops were grown by an agricultural laborer because they need more and more laborers now for the mass production. Transported by railways, already we discussed, the railways was introduced to transport to link the supply and demand location. Made by low paid workers, this is very crucial. The cheaper labor, these nations grow as an agriculture economy, and this global agriculture economy took shape because they got the cheaper labor. That is why they have mass production. Okay, so these were made by the low paid workers, those who are getting less wages in return of their work. So what was the scenario in India? How it affected in India also? India, Western Punjab, especially the Western Punjab region. As we know, the Punjab and Haryana, they are more agriculturally prosperous states in our country. So in Western Punjab, British Indian government, they built a network of irrigation canals. Irrigation canals where these areas were facing the low monsoon and failure of monsoon. Britishers built irrigation canals there to transform semi-desert waste into fertile agricultural land. Now those which were considered as a waste only agriculture waste areas, now they were transformed into the fertile agriculture land. As well, the two special commodities were grown there, wheat and cotton, which were more in demand. Cotton was exported to Britain, that we all know. Even the wheat as a commodity which can be supplied in India as well, it can be transported, it can be exported to other parts of world. So these two commodity, wheat and cotton, were grown in more numbers and more volume. Now, very important, it can be asked in 1 mark also. Areas which were irrigated by new canals and were settled by peasants from other parts of Punjab, they were known as canal colonies. So the people start settling near those canals. So these areas become canal colonies. Rubber and cotton, other than wheat, these two were other commodity which were produced in more volume in India. Okay. And by 1820 to 1914, we can see a drastic change, that the world trade multiplied 25 times. 25 times this world trade changed with the emergence of this global agriculture economy, and that is why the 60% of it related to primary products. That was the significance of agriculture in global economy that time. So student, I hope that you have understood all the topic that we have discussed so far, and this section is completed here. In next video, in next class, I will come with the another section. Till then, revise the whole content. Thank you.